Welcome to Moose and Squirrel Quilters. We have a special episode for you today. Have you ever thought about how does a quilt shop find all the cool new fabrics and tools and notions and everything that they tempt you with when you walk into the store or when you shop online? Well, there are several ways, but one of the best ways is to go to a trade show. So Penny and I were recently in Chicago for the H+H America's show, and we took some videos and took some pictures, and we're going to give you a little sneak peek into what goes on at a trade show. You ready? Here we go. Well, my portion of the trip started out with a suspicious item in my carry-on bag, according to TSA. Turned out it was my Chex Mix. Who knew Chex Mix was so dangerous? So at the show, most of the buyers and vendors stay at the hotels that are across the street from the convention center. That street is 6 lanes of traffic. So you can either go on the Sky Bridge from where I took this photo, which is a longer walk, or you can cross the street, which is kind of fun. So they bring out police officers to help us cross safely. So thank you, Chicago PD. We appreciate you. The night before the show opens, there's an event called Sample It. And on the show floor, you really can't buy anything. You order stuff and have it shipped later. But at Sample It, many of the vendors choose to sell their wares, and it can get quite busy. All kinds of different stuff you can carry home with you. This one is the Moda booth. Everybody's vying for their pre-cuts from Moda. Once you get to the show floor, right before you enter, there are all these little pedestals, and many of the vendors set up little vignettes or little displays showing what they have available inside. It's kind of fun, a little sneak peek. And H&H is well known for its art displays. This is the art display for this year, and Penny and I were both a part of this. There was 22 different designers. We all made a different section, and then it was all put together to create the H&H logo. So it was a very fun project to be a part of, and it was fun to watch people like walking through the H's. It's quite big. And this will travel around from their various shows throughout the United States and Europe until it completely falls apart, I suppose. A lot of time in convention centers, a lot of walking means you need to drink a lot of water. Penny and I did pretty good in this department. Got to stay hydrated. So one of the cool things about H&H is that it's not just quilting stuff. There is yarns and cross stitch and any kind of other needleworks that you can imagine. Just look at all the colors of yarn, all the yummy, yummy colors. Lots of fun displays. I think there's a donkey butt in there. You can even see some sweaters all made up in the various yarns from the different companies. So it's kind of fun to see non-quilting stuff, what's going on in the rest of the crafty world. And it's all represented here. There's some fun lollipops made out of different yarns. And of course, I like to pet the yarns just like I pet the fabrics. This one had glow-in-the-dark yarn. They actually had black lights in their booth. It was kind of cool to see. Doesn't show up very well in this photo, but it was pretty cool to see. And of course, we can't forget that we need to have a little fun. All these little sea creatures and the octopus. It was a really fun display from this company. I think Penny and the octopus got along well. This booth, they make everything out of leather, including machine covers. Oh, man, their booth smells so good. I just love the smell of leather. Anybody else? Just me? Garment sewing is another big thing that goes on here. You can see all the different patterns that are available, as well as the different fabrics from the different companies. Everything from everyday wear to evening wear. Now, garment sewing is really not my thing, but it's kind of fun to look at for me. And again, you get to see what's going on in the quilting world or in the crafty worlds. Here's some more evening gowns. And they even have stuff for little kids. Aren't they cute? Little kid sweaters. That's kind of fun. So another big thing at H+H is cosplay. People walk around in their outfits, and this can be from cartoons, from anime, from movies, just fantasy stuff, whatever revs your scooter. They have people just wandering around in these outfits. They also have displays of stuff on mannequins. Now, you're going to see some of them that you see here. They actually have a competition, and they actually win cash prizes for some of those. So really interesting to see. Oh, these two were just a hoot. I love talking with them. The leather guys. You're going to see some of the different ones on mannequins, but you can also see them wandering around wearing these outfits. This one was just in a company's booth. Here's some of the ones on the mannequins. And most of these are probably, pardon me, ladies, most of these are probably from anime, movies, cartoons, but there's a few fantasy ones in there as well, period costumes. So much work goes into these. It's just fascinating to me what they do. And like I said, they do have a competition, so they can vie for the various cash prizes that are offered. Now, this is something that I've done for my daughter because she does cosplay stuff. But for me, it's just fun to see how much creativity they have with the different things that they make. Here are some of the winners. So, in addition to all of this, H&H also has what they call the Learning Lab. This is where you can go to take classes. They could be business classes. They could be demonstrations from companies on what their newest, greatest products are. There's also fun stuff to look at. For instance, we got to see the Cherrywood Fabrics Challenge, the current one that's going on. So it's kind of like a quilt show in that you get to see all that stuff too. Of course, there's a food court. Got to stay up on things. Got to keep your energy up. A lot of walking. Did I mention there's a lot of walking? Okay, quilting stuff. Every machine manufacturer is represented here. All of them. I think I only got pictures of a couple of them, but they're all here. Of course, if you want to see what the machine people are doing, of course, you're going to need to have the cabinets to go with them. So those are also available. We also get to see the latest and greatest products.
Hey guys, I'm in the Caterpillar booth. You know, it's one of my favorite tools. It's on my YouTube channel. This is Kesha. We did a live, so you can go see it on Cabin Quilters on YouTube. Or you can just kind of hang out and look and talk about the product. We can talk about this, Terry, after we get back from the show, about how much I love Caterpillar boards. Long-time user.
There is every tool imaginable. You get to see the latest products from all of your favorite companies. Like this is by Annie's, all of their bags and whatnot, tools, whatever they got going on.
All right, guys, I'm standing with Max in the Reliable booth, and I got to tell you, so this is my favorite iron. I have a couple of the smaller models, the 125. This is the new 180 Maven. Here's what's really good about it.
Yep.
First off, it's a handle with no water in it, so it's a lighter handle. All the water's in the base. You can see Max has his hand on the trigger, so we're getting steam. But if he takes his finger off the trigger, it's a dry iron. So I can have dry irons in my studio, but when somebody needs steam, I can have steam in seconds. I love these. These are super awesome. I've never had problems with them because they're reliable, just like the name says. And the 180 comes out in June or July. I'm very excited about getting my hand on one.
Every fabric company is represented here at the show. Some of the bigger companies have very expansive displays. These are, look, Penny is just a little fairy in this huge flower garden. They're a lot of fun to look at. This one, I think this is Riley Blake. So it's a lot of fun just to see what the new fabric lines are. What's going to be the colors this year? What's going to be the hot thing? Moda had a little photo op. You could pretend like you were on the cover of a magazine. So of course we did that.
Very excited about everything. All right, I'm here at the Wonderful booth, which sells all kinds of cool products and thread, and I'm really excited to try this. I picked it up. It's instant applique. So for my big scrap little garden quilt, I use Steamacine 2. This product uses no iron, and it's washable. So I can't wait to talk to you about whether I like it or not, and I'm very excited to take it home.
So all the tools, whatever's new, whatever's exciting, there are some kind of cool things coming that'll be fun to see. And then there's the quilt pattern designers. So there's just aisles and aisles of designers and their booths, so you get to see what their patterns are like. You can get to talk with them, see what they're all about. Our friend Kate Colleran had her new fabric line that was kind of a funky hippie bohemian vibe. So she had this little VW photo op thing. Of course, I opted for the purple glasses. There's book signing, so you get to meet the authors of various books. You can chat with them about their book and see what it's all about. And this covers not just quilting, chef, but knitting, crochet, all of it. And of course, you get the chance to meet some of the quilting celebrities. Here's Kaif and his latest patterns or quilts that we got to see. It was nice to chat with him. And you get to do demos. So here's Penny doing a demo for the owner of my favorite quilt shop in Bangor, Maine, Cotton Cupboard Quilt Shop. Hey, how's it going? Apparently, Penny is wowing her with whatever she's telling her. It's a lot of fun. So all in all, the show is a great time, although it was nice to be home and greeted by my favorite animal at the airport. And there you go, H+H. Well, there you have it. That's what goes on at a trade show. It is a lot of fun. It's a lot of walking. It's a lot of networking. It's a total overwhelm of colors and ideas, and it's very energizing. So hope you enjoyed it. And now Penny and I have to get to work on all the new things that we have coming up thanks to the trade show. So thank you, H+H. Have a great day.